Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jennifer Jeffries, the present day wise woman. I'm a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This show is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and rock your health and just live from a place of prevention, not waiting to get sick and tired and sucky. That's it. So let's get into today's episode. Have you ever wondered why you're only allowed to donate blood every few months? Have you? Well, I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about blood cycles. Now, blood cycles naturopathically are different to blood cycles donating blood. Well, same, but different. I want to talk into that a bit. So let's start here. So the body is actually really clever. It's actually, it's breaking itself down and regenerating itself constantly. And if you are the kind of person who donates blood, well, if you do donate blood, the plasma part, it's regenerated within 48 hours. Pretty cool. If you donate blood, it takes about 4 to 8 weeks to completely replace all the red blood cells if you have donated blood. Cool. Now, the white blood cells, which are those infection fighting ones, they really only actually even last a few days to a week. So your body's turning them over constantly. When it comes to your red blood cells, their lifespan is about 4 months. And as a naturopath, we say around about 100 to 120 days. And that's what I want to talk about this. So we say that 3 to 4 month mark. I thought I'd throw this one in here too, just to be fun, because I can do that. So if you're curious, your fat cells actually live for an average of 10 years. I know, your red blood cells a few months, your fat cells 10 years. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that one in for fun. I'll talk about that on another podcast. So what is a blood cycle? It's a term that we use as naturopaths to describe kind of how long it takes to make long-term change in your body. Now, as a naturopath, the normal way that we would see patients is in 12-week blocks, but we break it down so that we'll actually physically see the patient every 6 weeks. So if I'm designing a protocol that involves, nutrition and supplements and herbal tonics, all those kind of things, I would reassess at the 6-week mark and well and truly carry on a protocol for 12 weeks. Now, the reason we do this is because we want to marry up with a blood cycle. So imagine that your red blood cells, they're taking that, nearly 4 months to regenerate. If we're wanting to make changes, physical changes inside your body, as in like blood chemistry, which is kind of like your main driver, it takes that long. Now, I know you can go to the doctor and he can give you an antibiotic for a sore throat, and 3 days later, it's starting to fix. Okay. But that's not making long-term, well, it is making long-term negative change in your body because it's killing all the good bacteria and stuff in your gut. But the kind of change we're looking for long-term body chemistry change to head you in the right direction. So when people would come to see me as a naturopath, hey, we're going to do this. I'm going to put you on this protocol for the next 3 months. I'm going to physically see you face to face in 6 weeks. I'll be checking your irises because naturopaths, we use your iris, the colored part of your eye, as our main diagnostic tool. So I would say, I'm going to give you a physical checkup again in 6 weeks. However, I know you're going to be on these herbs. I know you're going to be on these herbs for the next 12 weeks minimum for us to bring long-term change to health. And what I'd find is that when we're, working as naturopaths, that first 6 weeks, I'd be prescribing things to deal with some symptoms they're experiencing. However, to create a new baseline, because 70 to 80% of day-to-day life ailments come from day-to-day life imbalances, lifestyle stuff that takes us off track. And so as a naturopath, I would set a baseline first. For the first month or so, 70 to 80% of what's going on in the body comes back into balance. And then I can see what's really going on. So I always prescribed all my herbal tonics and all those things for 6 weeks. That way I know the patient is bedded into that protocol and they're really in that groove and they're heading in the right direction. And it's long enough that 6 weeks to be able to see what's really going on. And then I would change, modify the tonics or whatever I was making if needed for the rest of that 12-week cycle. And then at the end of that 12-week cycle, I'd do another assessment to really see what was next. Now, I see people, I spoke to someone only really recently, and she was on a protocol from another practitioner. And it was like, people expect to get big long-term change in the first week or 2 weeks of taking herbal tonics or something like that. And you're just not, guys. You never got into this health position overnight. And people have been off balance for, days, weeks, months, or years, and they expect to come back into balance in a few days. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You won't get that long-term change. And naturopaths, we are so good at giving your body that reboot and then, literally cementing things in to be able to get long-term change in the body. And then you can live from a place of prevention. Now, depending, if something's been out of balance for, years, whatever it is health-wise, and I'm not making any therapeutic claims, so just a disclaimer there, but if something's been off balance for years, it might take 1 or 2 or 3 blood cycles, of your 12 weeks to come back into balance. It might, but you'll know you're heading in the right direction in the first month. You just will. That's it. It's pretty simple. But the thing is, people try to judge, modern medicine, which is awesome. I can't stitch heads and do those bits, but I want to bring different long-term change to people. And I do that with traditional therapies, but we've got to give the body the time to be able to do it. We've got to give it a chance to reestablish through that full 1, 2, or 3 blood cycles to bring long-term, body chemistry change to our life, which brings the different results, guys. It just does. So think seasons. Mother Nature's not silly. Our body runs like seasons. A season is how long? 3 months. Okay, think seasons. Think season. That's an easy way. If the season is nearly a whole blood cycle, the same as Mother Nature has got us in this perpetual kind of motion, and through all the different seasons, our body runs similarly. So if you want to make long-term change in your health or habits or relationships or anything, it doesn't matter what it is, think blood cycles or think seasons, because that's the way the body works. That's it. That's the way the body works. The body works that way. Go with it instead of resisting it. So I've only got two little healthy life hacks today. The first one is, if you're going to bring any change of any description into your body and your life, let it run 12 weeks to bring long-term change to your life. Please. And a healthy life hack number 2 is patience, grasshopper. Patience, grasshopper. It's worth doing it properly. Okay? I know you've been out of balance for a while and you just want to be well now. There's no shortcut, guys. There's just not. I wish there was. But to bring long-term change, you've got to do the work, and it is worth it. So just think blood cycles. Give your body the time to heal the way it's meant to, or the relationship, or whatever it is, the new habit you're going to create into your life. That's it. Even Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, the body can heal anything given the right place and time, but people don't give it enough time. So I just wanted to explain a bit about blood cycles, because as if you're ever interacting with me in any way, I promise I live blood cycles. If you want to grab a copy of the show notes, duck over to www.healthylifehacks.com.au. Tune into the next episode, because I will be doing a 3-card aromatherapy insight card reading. Now, I know Karen Osborne and she's the artist of the aromatherapy insight cards, and I wrote the book. I'm going to do some readings, and let's get some insight into your lives. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with your friends, and scroll down to the comment section, guys. It's below the description of the video, because click into the line that says add a public comment. Add your comment, click the comment box, and every month I draw one lucky person who leaves a comment down below to have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Also, be sure to subscribe to the show and like it, so that you're always catching that next episode. If you'd like to receive a free copy of my Feed Your Body ebook, Simply click the link in the comments below, join my newsletter, and you will get the free ebook sent to you nice and easy. So I welcome your emails. You can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, guys, remember that when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.